Alright guys, happy Homebrew Wednesday on a New Year's Eve. This is the last one obviously for 2014, and come on 2015, let's bring it on. So what's been going on in that funny period between Christmas and New Year? Well, I've been spending a lot of time with my little girl, Ellie. It's been her first Christmas and that has been fantastic, but I've also been drinking some beers and reviewing them, and hopefully in the new year, when I get a bit more time, I will upload them pretty sharpish. But I wanted to get this one out just as a conclusion to the year. So obviously let's start with the SJ Paul Challenge 2014 competition. It drew to an end on the 29th, and I'm not going to go into great detail about it because Paul Wicksteed from Time for Another One pretty much summed it up in his Homebrew Wednesday. I'll leave a link in the description below, go and check it out. But man, my thoughts exactly on it. Fantastic competition. To say that it's been umped up a gear and had so many more people enter and managed to ship stuff all around the world, in exception obviously to Australia, and that was a damn shame. But these are all sort of teething problems that will be, I'm sure, ironed out as the years go on. It was fantastic, and Paul, a massive, huge, big thanks to you and all the hard work you put into the website. It's been fantastic. And of course, SJ, a big thanks to you as well for all your hard work in getting it where it is now. And of course, the hubs, fantastic job, guys. Especially Harry. He's had a lot on his plate this year and still managed to get everything where it should be in the time, and even looked after a few beers that were damaged and split them, and he did a really good job with that. So cheers, fellas. Yeah, so I won the UK leg of the competition, which was another big sort of thumbs up to me for 2014, big highlight, and come 11th overall in the finals, which ain't too bad. 11th best home brewer in the world. I'll take that. But listen, I'm bringing my A game for 2015. When the brewery gets up and running and I get practicing on it and I get to know how it's all working, I'm coming for you, Nate. I'm coming. So yeah, the beers that were sent in the finals were just another level. I couldn't really believe it. I don't want it to sound big-headed or anything, because that's obviously not how I'm meaning this. But I wasn't expecting the competition to be as quality at the end. The beers that were sent were just phenomenal, and I know the first beer I had was Nate's Mellow Down Easy Black IPA. This was the first one because he had concerns about it sort of losing its IPA appeal with age. And the first sip of this, I probably didn't say in the review, but in my head I was thinking, shit, I'm in trouble here. If this is the quality that's coming to the finals, I don't think I'm going to be up there, and I was right. But it's been an absolute pleasure to taste all the final beers and to taste everyone's beers in the competition. On a personal note, it has driven me to really hone in my skills, learn new skills, and sort of master the skills that I've already picked up. So big thanks to everyone that's inspired me there. And yeah, Nate, congratulations, you are the world's best home brewer 2014. But it ain't going to happen next year because I'm coming for you. Yeah, so that was the SJ Paul Challenge, and of course the brewery here at Pinfall Brewery has had a facelift. I've gone from gas, as you know, to electric, and it has been a bit of a goddamn nightmare, to tell you the truth, due to the fact that when I start things, because we've got Ellie, and at the time when I was starting doing other stuff, I needed to be in and out of the house with her, and it's been a challenge. But as you saw, Harry came up and we wired the brewery up, and everything is working fantastically well. But I did a boil test the other day. I'm hoping not to drag this video down with more despair, but I did a boil test, and she came to the boil pretty damn sharpish and was boiling away nicely, but I had a leak. So I shut it all down. I had a leak on the one of the elements in the boil pot, and when I removed it today, I've discovered that the hole was sort of razor sharp where I'd cut to fit the element. And what happened is, it's been really cold since the element's been in there, and as the boil has progressed, it's warmed up the rubber. It must have done. It must have expanded, and just the pot's just cut into it, and it's actually sliced a little bit off. There's a flap now on the element, so pretty damn sure that's where it was leaking. So I've had it out, I filed it all out, it's all nice and smooth, and I've ordered another element off eBay. Hopefully that's going to be here. Well, it says the 5th of January, so that's going to be it's going to be on Monday. Hopefully it'll come before that, so I can get it fitted before I have to go back to work. But the rubber on it is a bit more substantial. There's more rubber at the back plate, which the other one didn't have. So hopefully that'll just go in and seal up. And if that is just the case, it just goes in and seals up, then we are rocking and rolling. The only thing I need to do is find some connectors for the pumps, so I can get the silicone hose in on there, and then the brewery is a go-go. Also today fitted the Herms coil for the recirculating of the wort through the HLT, and actually that went without a hitch, which is fantastic, because today is New Year's Eve, and really didn't have time to be getting my hair off with it. But yeah, the two 10mm to 15mm compression fittings have gone through the wall, and the Herms coil has gone into them. It's all sealed up, nothing's leaking, and nothing's touching the elements. It's just gone to plan, which is brilliant. So I've cracked on with that. So the HLT is done. The only thing I've got to do is get a blank face plate for the cover that goes over the elements that get wired up to the plug. I broke it when Harry was here, trying to get it into place, because it was freezing cold and they're brittle as hell. So I snapped it. So I've just got to get another one of them, and then they're done. What else have we done in there? Had a bit of a tidy up, got everything where it should be. The HLT has now been moved back onto the shelf due to the fact that I stupidly ordered the wrong size probes. I thought I'd ordered 3 meter lengths on the probe wire, but it's 2 meters. So the HLT's gone back up on the shelf, which is, I suppose, better because it's out of the way. And then we've just got the mash tun, the boil pot, and everything was working well. The fan is working well. It has drawn all the steam out of the pot when it was boiling, kicking it straight outside. But as it warmed up, it must have moved, or something must have swelled inside the hole, and it was a tight fit, and the blades are just catching on the side of the housing. So I've got to just take that out and just get the hole a bit bigger to put it back in, but no big deal. So that's what's happened in the brewery. We've had some fantastic beers this year. I've got some fantastic beers coming up to review for the channel. I'm looking forward to, obviously, next year's homebrew SJ Pour Challenge 2015. I'm also looking forward to Jonah's co-hop swap that we're going to be doing. Go and check out Jonah's channel. He'll explain it a lot better than I can. And it would be good if we could get some people from the States and all around the world sort of involved with it, because then we can get the hops over that we wouldn't necessarily get in England, possibly. I know Kevin's been mentioning it in his Homebrew Wednesday, so yeah, there's loads of things coming up for 2015. It's going to be a fantastic year. But yeah, big thanks to all my subscribers that have come along and stuck with me through thick and thin. I know tailing off to the back end of this year I've been a bit lapsed with videos on brewing per se, because you know what's been happening with the brewery. It's been turned upside down. But thanks for stopping with me, guys. Thanks for all the thumbs up and the love and support you're sending on the comments. Knowing that your videos are helping people or entertaining people is what we do it for, as well as obviously the community, which is fantastic. I know I say this every year about sending homebrew out. I've had homebrew this year from Mr. Barry Trett twice, and Clive of course sent me that massive load of homebrew and the STC that's now controlling the kegerator. And I know I say every year that I need to send more out, but with the SJ Pour Challenge and sort of kegging beer and then trying to keep some back to bottle it and prime it in the bottle, it's a pain in the ass. So what I've done is I've ordered a beer gun. Blichmann, is it? Blichmann beer gun. So that means that I can have it kegged, and then if I want to send beer out, I can just grab a couple of bottles, fill them, cap them, send them out. It's going to be a lot easier, and it means that I can sort of do it. Once the beer's kegged without a means of a gun of getting it in the bottle, I'm scuppered. And then having to sort of try and keg beer and pull the line out and fill bottles and then put it, it's just a nightmare. So hopefully that's going to make it easy to send beer out. But you wait and watch. I bet I don't send one bottle out 2015. No, I'm joking. Obviously, it's time to start putting back on the B-mail front, and people have been kind enough to send it out. And it's not because I've not wanted to, it's because of mainly the bottling issue and costing. We've been brassic just recently due to Ellie's arrival, and it just means that the luxuries of sort of posting beer out have had to take a back seat. But hopefully next year we shall send more out. That's it, guys. That's all I've got for New Year's Eve. I just wanted to make it relatively quick with very little editing, because we're going out in about an hour and a half, so I've got to get this done and uploaded. You don't need to know that, guys. A big thanks to you. Keep safe tonight. Keep home brewing in 2015, and pinky out. And that's it. I'll see you next year, guys. I'm out of here.